Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name's Carmen, and today we have a reading for Sagittarius that starts off with the Dark Goddess Oracle. We've got Arachne, I think I'm saying that correctly, who is the goddess of hubris, of spiders. Are you coming from a place of ego or from the heart? Be careful not to brag. Don't try so hard. You will receive the recognition you deserve. Be the real you and weave your life constructively. A spider indicates choices to be made. So it feels to me like this could be specifically you or your person, however it resonates for you, that is struggling to kind of let go of a little bit of ego here. And once that happens, then a path kind of opens up that didn't seem possible before. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Let's see what else we have for you, Sagittarius. I think we'll go with the Voyage of the Soul. What else do we have for Sagittarius? We have mystery and serendipitous. What a lovely combination. You're being asked to, I think, specifically be a little bit quiet about your plans or your aspirations, your goals, because there is something here about you being at the right place and the right time or being lucky, getting something that most people didn't think you could. So for a lot of you, hi there, Kevin, it could be something along the lines of not talking too much about a project until it's reached completion. Maybe it's recording an album and you don't want to say anything until it's completed. Because maybe there's, some volatility in terms of who's going to stay in the band and who's not, who's actually committed to the project. Whatever it is, you are being asked to be a little bit quiet, a little bit secretive, even, because there is something here that might cause a little bit of drama for you in the jealousy department. So we have seasons, gifts, and energy. There's something about the lessons that you've learned and the things that you have endured or gone through that is bringing about a new cycle for you or a new chapter in your life that's going to be pretty different from what you've experienced thus far. So, Sagittarius, there's something here about, in particular, your gifts, what you are uniquely talented at or gifted at that may bring you some success or fame. You can see that is literally called out in the middle card. And then with energy, we have a sense here that part of what is going to enable you to have this success is your specific energy. So remember in the advice we got from the Dark Goddess, it said, be the real you. So there's something here about your authenticity or you doing your art the way that you would that really solidifies your ability to kind of shake up an industry or leave your characteristic charm for a bunch of people to enjoy, right? All right, actually, I think we're going to switch over to the tarot. Let's go with we're gonna go with the Jack-o'-lantern tarot for you. Because, Halloween's right around the corner. I love Halloween, so that's why I'm chuckling. All right, we have 3 of Cups. And the 6 of Wands. So there's going to be a celebration here. There's going to be a party thrown in your honor. Maybe you receive an award. Maybe you get a promotion or a job offer that people didn't really think you were going to be able to secure. But there is absolutely recognition here happening for you. And I feel like it's worth calling out that sometimes when you have these really large changes in your life, it's accompanied by a sense of loneliness. Like, who knows the real me? Who loves me for the real me? That kind of thing. And I feel like that's why that advice was shared at the beginning. There's going to be a pretty wild ride ahead of you, Sagittarius, but it's meant to be a beautiful blessing for you. I see it as somebody who is leveling up to that next chapter in life because they have gotten through some really difficult things. So you're being asked to retain some of that, like innocence or compassion, whatever keeps you grounded or down to earth. They're saying, don't let all the like compliments go to your head, right? King of Swords in the reverse and the Lovers. You're going to have a choice, and it's a pretty major choice. With the Lovers, we know that it's not just, what should I wear next Tuesday or which job offer should I accept, which is also quite important. But this is like, who do I want to be? What is authenticity for me? And I think with the King of Swords in the reverse, there's kind of like a little heads up here of humility is really important for you to really enjoy the next several chapters of your life because it will basically dictate who is around you. In other words, if you're insufferable, you're probably going to attract insufferable people. If you are kind and genuine, I mean, you attract a lot when you're kind and genuine. You're going to be more likely to spend time with people that are on your same level. So there's a call to action here for somebody to let go of kind of like the cold, distant nature or the tendency to kind of keep people out. With the Seven of Swords, I feel like the message is people are going to look at you as someone that they cannot trust if you are not comfortable being yourself around these people. So, in other words, especially if you get some sort of recognition that's literally on like celebrity level, if people start to put you on a pedestal or if people start to talk to you as if you're like different, right? And you don't put your pant legs on one at a time. Like there's something here about you needing to encourage people to look at you as a regular person. You're not a hero. You are not, you know, God's gift to women or men or everyone or whatever it is. There's magic in the humility. So if you can do what you do and still be accessible to others, the key is you are then able to inspire people in a more authentic way, a more genuine way. So there's a message of you're going to have a pretty awesome life, but you still have a bit of a challenge ahead of you, right? You still need to find a way to not let people influence you or not let people dictate who you should be. I don't know why this is the example that's coming to my head, but I remember seeing an interview with Pink like years ago where she was talking about how different she is from the other, pop acts that are out there and not as feminine. And she had to really argue and battle and fight her way to be her authentic self. And I think that's part of why her music works. So I think there's a message here of you have greater success and greater impact if you are able to retain some level of humility and accessibility to others, relatability. With the Hierophant, again, we have another sign here that there are going to be people that want to hear what you have to say. So, heavy is the head that wears the crown. You do have a bit of responsibility in terms of making sure that you are still able to achieve the mission, right? Like, what's the main goal here? What else do we have for Sagittarius? This is the noisy deck, as I like to call it. I think it's just called Classic Tarot or something, but it's pretty rad in terms of the art. We have the Devil and the High Priestess in the reverse. There is somebody here who would like to make money off of your skill. So what I mean by that is this feels like a predator in the form of a manager, right? Somebody who wants to facilitate things for you, but really they're looking to take a layer off for themselves. So you're going to want to make sure you're really cautious and using your intuition or your discernment before entering into any contracts with anybody. There is somebody here who is attracted to your fame for the wrong intention or for the wrong reasons. So we have the star, a symbol of inspiration or healing or celebrity, and the sun in the reverse. If you avoid and use that discernment to keep away from the energies you don't feel like you can trust, and instead allow that accessibility to people you do feel like you can trust, you will avoid the sadness, loneliness, or depression that can sometimes accompany being in an elevated position, right? You'll still have people that you feel understand you, and that's the goal. Eight of Wands in the reverse, Knight of Cups in the reverse, Three of Cups. There is somebody here who is a wild card for you. I feel like you already know that this person has the tendency to be unpredictable in terms of if they support you in your success or if they get a little bit jealous. There's somebody here who gets increasingly moody around you and maybe is sporadic in their communication with you, but in public, they want everybody to know that you are friends. Be cautious of that kind of energy. This is somebody who is looking to get things because of their association with you, as opposed to celebrating what's going right for you and that just kind of organically happening, right? All right, what else do we have? Two of Swords and Four of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, you're going to have a choice, and I feel like it's going to come down to, am I willing to be honest with somebody that just because I've known them for a long time, that doesn't mean they automatically get this job, and that I have to choose based on my own best interest. Like, you're going to have to be good at your own boundaries and reinforcing those, because it feels to me like they're going to be, you know, people requesting handouts, people requesting favors, people assuming they can treat you differently. And it's your job to kind of, take the trash out or celebrate those relationships. And when you have that mastered, that's when you get this opportunity or blessing that takes you even further. You have to have this acceptance that there are sometimes people in our life that we care deeply for, but we can't take with us where we're going, right? The Chariot. Where are you going? Page of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Two of Wands. So you are indeed moving forward, and you may feel like something happens faster than you wanted it to. For some of you, this is like going viral, right? Or, having an opportunity to step into leadership before you think you're ready. There's a hesitance and a little bit of fear that I'm sensing off of these cards. Like, you're looking around asking if somebody knows how to do what you're supposed to do when you were the person that was in charge of doing that. So I feel a little bit like you need a reminder that you're awesome. If you are called to do something and this happens for you, then you were born to do that, and it's going to happen for you. So you have to have that positive mindset. So speak kindly to yourself in terms of whatever this gift or talent is. And remember that, you have to have a balance. It's not just anyone can do what I can do, or, I'm relatable because I'm humble. But you also have to know when you are confident in something, right? And here we are with the High Priestess in the reverse again. So we've had her come out here as well. You may want to check out the shorts that I did today. There was one with the Masonic Tarot, which looks like this. And that's literally the card I was going to talk about. And I pulled the High Priest in the reverse. So that one may relate to you as well if this reading is resonating for you. But there's a sense that whoever has been trying to hide what they're doing or hide their motivations, there's going to be something here with the Ten of Swords that really makes it obvious what's going on and kind of challenges people as to whether or not this is something that should keep happening, right? Like, what can I do to change this? Ooh, I like to see that. Now we have the King of Swords in the upright after we had him in the reverse. He's coming out with the Six of Cups in the reverse. This is somebody who has acknowledged that there is a temptation to live life as if you have not changed, and then deciding, I'm ready for that new path. I'm ready to step into my power or do the thing that I know I'm called to do. So this is, in other words, kind of like the Judgment card, where people are rising out of their coffins because they hear the calling, they hear what they're supposed to do. The Hierophant, again, I like it. So we had that out from the Jack-o'-lantern tarot. And the Nine of Wands in the reverse. So in other words, you appear to have the invitation to guide others in terms of what they need to leave behind. So now that's a pretty broad statement. You might be a nutritionist who helps people give up the Dr. Pepper they so love. Or you might be, a therapist. Whatever it is, there's something here about you being able to help people funnel their energy more appropriately, know what they need to prioritize. So, shit, maybe I'm reading for Marie Kondo. I don't know. You're helping people though. And the idea is you are being set up to be able to do so because you have something important to share, because you have some knowledge, right? The King of Swords is somebody who's very intelligent. Five of Wands. This is clarifying the Two of Wands. So I do feel like you're going to get conflicting answers or conflicting guidance. And this is because there are people who are giving you answers that are tailored to their own preferences, i.e., of course, you can do what you want to do in terms of music without moving to LA or without moving to Nashville or without moving to New York. Is that true? I don't know. Maybe they're saying that because they don't want you to leave, you know? My favorite Sagittarius. How's it going, Erin? Welcome, welcome. We have the Knave of Chalices in the reverse alongside the Ace of Wands. You got into a little bit of trouble. Uh-oh. Well, does that mean you can't share that photography? Is that a bad joke? I hope everything works out all right. Sometimes the art gets you a little bit excited, though. I get that. So here we have somebody that is trying to do something different. And I feel like this is doing something different regarding how they manage mental health. So let me give you an example. I've done various forms of art most of my life. When I was a kid, I started off by drawing houseplants. I know, really weird. Not plants, plans. That's been confused just a few times before. And then that just kind of grew from there, right? Then I started to do like charcoal drawings, or then I got into pastels. And then I got, interested in colored pencil. Then I did those like color by numbers, like different things. But all of them in their own way were an escape or a way for me to process my feelings. And I feel like this is somebody realizing they have a way to transmute pain into beauty that is really helpful for them in terms of keeping a happy mental state. And this is something that you can either share with others or show others how they can do it. So again, there's like some sort of healing element here that you are able to share with others, whether it's just listening to you play an instrument or watching you create some sort of sculpture, something along those lines. Here we have the Six of Wands again. Remember, we had that coming out as our second card from the tarot, and indicating, of course, that there is some recognition or success, a sense of victory here in something that a lot of people thought would be a little bit too difficult for you. We have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, so this is like, why would you get a degree in art? You can't make a lot of money in art. That kind of line of thinking, right? Somebody who is surprised, or maybe even people that are surprised that you are finding success in something that you were told you would not be able to make a lot of money in. Like, it's just too difficult for people to be successful in that. It's not something you should invest your time in. So I feel like you've been told that, or you've been fighting to prove that this is a worthy use of your time for a long time, and then bam, money. Something happens and you realize that you've done all of this work for a reason. King of Pentacles is somebody who is reliable, somebody who is successful. Justice and the Knave or Page of Pentacles. Interesting, because we have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse right here. So we've got, in other words, another chance at a dream or an opportunity that comes through to balance the scales. So let's say for some of you, you had an opportunity to go to a really famous ballet school or a really famous music school like Juilliard, and it didn't work out. And then you get another opportunity to live that dream later in life, 10 years later, 15 years later, whatever it is. We have, you see the scale she's holding? We have something happening here as a result of you doing the work, you doing the practice, the training, the certifications, whatever it is, it's all coming to fruition so that you can actually make something happen that a lot of people thought was a little bit, unattainable or out of your league in some way. For some of you, I get the sense that you are changing opinions on like a societal level that may have something to do with how you're seen. In other words, the first Asian American to win this award, or the first Black American to get this scholarship. There's something here that for some of you is in particular admirable because you face adversity that others maybe didn't before you. We have the Magician in the reverse and the Six of Wands in the reverse. Exactly what I was saying. There was something special here about your success because of the battle you had to go through. Maybe you're an athlete and you had a serious injury and you moved past that. There's a sense that people had counted you out, that didn't think that you could actually make the moves that you needed to make. Hanged Man in the reverse. And now you're showing that they're wrong. We have the Hierophant again. We had the Hierophant right here and right here. So when it comes out as often as that, there's a serious message here. You could be dealing with somebody who has Taurus in their chart, or you have Taurus in your chart. There's something here about you being able to lead others, teach others, and it's in particular something that helps them regarding love and compassion and healing. I'm glad they were polite to you, Aaron. All right, what else do we have for Sagittarius? Four of Pentacles. I feel like you've had to hold back or maybe like kind of censor or filter what you tell people. So that might be kind of what I was referencing in the beginning, right? Yeah, I'm working really hard on something, but I haven't been telling people about it because I don't want them to laugh at me. Like, you guys, I didn't go running around telling all of my friends that I was starting a YouTube channel because I was like, I don't know if it's gonna work. I remember telling one of my good friends, like, I'm doing something, but I'm not gonna tell you until I got a little bit more accomplished, right? Like I'm working on something, but it's a secret. We have the Four of Wands. Let's put you down here. Sorry, Four of Cups. Four of Cups is boredom, disinterest, rejection, and Three of Pentacles in the reverse. So this is success after others rejected you. So maybe you wrote a book and it was rejected by five different, I want to say production, but it's something different, publisher, like five different publishers. And then the sixth one is like, no, yeah, we love this. Let's do this. Sometimes, you have to wait until the right moment, right? And I feel like the right moment has just happened or is about to happen. We have World in the reverse, 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, 10 of Swords. Lots of 10s. And the number 10 is about like completion, endings, moving forward. But there's something you haven't finished yet. This is obviously going to be different for all of you, but there is something here that you can do to end this chapter and walk into the chapter of success. And I feel like you know what this is. This is something you have to let go of, or this is someone that you can't take with you, or some perception or view that you have that needs to change. For some of you, this is you have to learn how to talk to yourself in a kinder way. You have to learn and appreciate the concept of self-love, right? Then we have the Ace of Pentacles that comes out. And when you do that, blessings happen. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, there's something big that's going to happen for you. And it's all about your ability to manifest a happy life, a happy ending, a happy home, a happy career. You're coming out as the Queen of Wands with the 10 of Cups. That's like a big deal. That is, I know how to bring about the opportunities that I most want in my life so that when I, tell people how my life is going, I have great things to say. Five of Cups. Five of Cups is like worried about the past. Okay, so there's somebody here who's watching you with the Page of Swords. Somebody from your past who is concerned about you doing well. They would prefer that you not do well, but they're not going to get their wish because you've already made it pretty clear that you are where you're supposed to be, that you are supposed to be enjoying this success, right? All right, this is the Zodiac fortune telling cards. We'll use these to close out the reading. We have someone who is ill is going to recover. It's really weird. A relative is or will be ill but will recover. That is kind of creeping me out, you guys. There's how many cards in here and they each have 4 messages and I happen to get the 2 that are like the same. So send some healing energy to this person, say some prayers, whatever it is that makes you feel better. This person is going to do better. You will receive a check or paper money soon. One of whom you will be suspicious will prove true. So, in other words, there is somebody here that you might feel is not necessarily on your team, not necessarily somebody who would support you or defend you. And then you're going to find out, like, definitively, no, this person's actually pretty rad. This person is a true friend. Successful in big things if undertaken and carry through with your plans. So if you're mid planning or mid project on something, you better finish that. I'm telling you right now, it is meant to happen. It is meant to be successful. So focus and make sure you actually go through the whole plan, right? All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you on the next reading. Bye, Erin.